So, how you doing, guys? I currently do Doordash, but this video will be talking about tips on what you should do, and I'm gonna get more in depth into it. I'm gonna share. So, moving forward, subscribe, share, press the bell button if you guys like this content and want more. There you go. All right, guys. So, I currently do Doordash, and I do it for part-time basis for extra money. And so I went to college for, and I'm gonna touch the subject. I went to college for business administration with marketing, and also trade with law. And the reason why I'm sharing this is because in my degree I'm supposed to know pretty much everything. And the reason why I'm sharing this content is because this can definitely help out the next dasher and help out the customers out there how DoorDash really works. So with moving forward, so what I came across and encountered last night that made me realize, that made me want to talk about this, is that when you're out there doing DoorDash, and I know they've amped up the platform, they've done certain upgrades where, like, if somebody doesn't receive the food, or they don't come, the buyer doesn't come by and receive the food, you can take a picture where you left the food on the screen, where you can't find customer, and then it gives you like a countdown, like a 5-minute countdown, and then you leave a comment, why didn't you drop off the food? But now they want you to drop off the food at a certain location. So what I came across is apartments, complexes. So when you go deliver some of this food, doesn't matter from where you get there, and they put an address, but yet there's no apartment number on the specifications, on the information. So what I noticed, that when I arrived there, basically I tried calling the customer, I tried texting the customer wasn't there. At this point, what do? You basically go in there and then you put the timer. I waited part of 3 minutes trying to reach them, then I put the timer, so a total of 8-9 minutes. When time was up, I took a picture where I was at in that location, but it was dark. It was already dark after 8 o'clock at night and PM. So when you're working the PMs, that's where it kind of gets a little tricky, right? So when you're there, so I had nowhere to drop off the food, so I took it, I tossed it in the trash, or I usually just give it away. When it's something good, of course you give it away. But when I encountered this, the customer's nowhere to be found, they don't answer, and then you leave. Now here comes the trick to it. The trick to it is that I didn't like, I did my own thing, but what I didn't like was, and this is tip number one, that when a customer gives you a bad rating, and I've noticed that they do, even though you did a great job and you did what you're supposed to as a dasher, and then you move forward to the next one. I noticed that I had a bad from the customer. I got a bad rating, but yet I did everything what the platform did. So I called DoorDash and I let them know what happened, and they said they would fix it. They didn't fix it. So what you need to do now is, that I learned, is write down the name of that delivery, time, the type of food, the restaurant. Keep it as a log, because here's the thing. This way you can fight your case with DoorDash and let them know, hey, I delivered this. Here's the evidence. I'm presenting all this evidence. Why is my ratings going down? You can actually dispute that. I actually did that this morning. A lot of people don't go too in debt with these apps because they don't know how to use the system. But that's what I did, and they followed up. They said they'll dispute it. It's not going to be held against me. And that's pretty unfair as a dasher. You go out there and you're only making $3 per delivery, not unless if they give you a top tip on top of that, and they give you a incentive. As right now, I have not been getting no incentives. I don't know why. So I'm waiting for the weekend. And that to me is a little discouraging, because you want to do extra money, but yet you can't make it happen, right? But overall, when I was getting incentives, I was making in 4 hours at least $80. I know how to manipulate the app where it works for me. I know loopholes. I know how to maneuver when it comes down to the customer. You know, when you get there to that customer, make sure you always text them at the restaurant and text them when you get there. The reason why, because this is the way they'll tip you, and this is the way you'll amp up your tips. And that's what I've been doing. I wanted to share this to you guys. And also those that are watching DoorDash and those that do DoorDash and buy from DoorDash, relate the message to the customer. Here's another tip. Let people know, and let it be known on the platform when you deliver people. Let them know, thank you for your service through DoorDash. And by the way, every time you order to DoorDash, it'll be courtesy. Tip the drivers, because the drivers really don't make much. The drivers only make $3. If you guys tip even $1 or $2, it makes all the difference in the world in that. And so that's what I've been doing, just encouraging people out there to tip the drivers, because as it is, $3 per ride, not getting paid for mileage, not getting paid enough incentives, it hurts us as drivers. So if this can be fixed by also telling the community, hey, we're excited to do DoorDash, but make sure next time, you know, courtesy and help us out and tip. And that's what I've been doing. It's just letting people know, tip, and they're all for it. They're actually being supportive. So you as DoorDash drivers, I don't know if I said Uber drivers earlier, but DoorDash drivers or Postmates, doesn't matter what. If you tell the community for support, they will support. I went out there for the first time again, because I've done DoorDash for about a year now. This is my second rendezvous. I stopped for a couple of months and I started again because I need the extra money. So I started doing that, and people actually do tip. Sometimes people tip off the app. And you know, that's something that it's up to you whether you take it or not. But they will tip off the app because a lot of them are really supportive. So these are some of the tips that you should really look out for. Because I know a lot of Dashers do channels, but they really don't specify exactly how it is in depth. You know, they just tell you I got here and I got there, and then this is what it is. I actually specialize in like researching companies and how to really strategize and putting a game plan in anything I do. Now, if you guys are interested for any anything you guys have and anything you guys want to do in life, you guys can either message me, subscribe to me. I'm going to put my links down there and then my contacts, and then you guys can reach out to me if you guys want further. But of course, nothing's free, right? Here I'm giving the most that I can, but when it comes down in depth, if you guys want more, then definitely you guys can definitely sit down, because I like to double up my money. Anytime I'm out there, I double up my money, because I'm also a business owner. So I also use the platform to get business and get referrals and things like that. You guys want to know more, and you guys want to learn how to do it correctly, and you guys want to double up on your money and be more of an entrepreneur, feel free to call me or contact me through email or my Instagram, and we'll make it happen. So this is the reason why I'm sharing this content, because number one, you know, people don't know how to do the platform correctly. Number two, people just they're lost or they don't know how to work it correctly, and they're all, you know, people are always looking for that extra income that's gonna work, right? So I've made per week with DoorDash, the most I made in 1 month is $2,500. People don't believe me, and when I show them these numbers and I show them my app, they like trip out, they flip out, like, how are you doing it? And I tell them these tips and plus more, and I tell them, how do you know so much? Well, I got educated, and especially I got mentors, and I love my mentorship, you know, and of course I'm a leader and a mentor as well. But like I said, you want that type of mentorship, you want to make it happen, you have to step up. You just can't go in there. You have to go in with the game plan. You don't have a game plan, it's not going to work. So like I said, if you guys are interested, thank you for viewing. You guys want to know more and love this content, thank you guys. All right guys, until the next one.